Welcome, welcome. So tremendous. You are first. Alright, we'll get started shortly. Hey Michael, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Second day in a row, yeah. Curious why you don't link your Twitch in your YouTube description. Because I'm more focused on YouTube, to be completely honest. I used to only stream on Twitch, like, before I started doing YouTube stuff, but I honestly just really prefer, YouTube now. I have a much bigger community on there. But I still, obviously, have stuff, or have people on Twitch that like Twitch a lot more, so I just dual stream and it's like easiest. And then we have the chat that shows both, so it's like you can still, because some people specifically only want Twitch, and yeah. So hey, Start. Oh, you just watched the RoBuilder video? Yeah, RoBuilder made a video on making the map. Pretty awesome. Very, very cool. Alright. So, right now what I'm working on is... So we did this yesterday. The PvP crates. These are the daily PvP crates, which basically you get rewards for winning a certain amount of matches each day in PvP. Awesome. But there are also seasons, PvP crates. There are also seasons in the whole ranked PvP ladder, and you have ranked down here, and there are no rewards yet. So I think we should do the rewards there, and yes, I've been kind of mapping it out just a little bit. Yeah, make the rewards before Ursh, that's true. Yeah, I've been mapping it out a bit, and yeah, we'll see. But for the game, me too. Yeah, release date November 6th for anyone, or November 7th, Jesus, I said the wrong date. November 7th. For for anyone unaware. How's it going? It's going good. Star, so what I'm thinking is you'll get a good chunk of gems. You'll get PvP skip tickets, good amount of parts, and then also toolboxes. No, Tremendous. You can only, like, when you do PvP, it's a random opponent from here. If you go and battle someone on their profile, this is like a friendly battle. It doesn't actually have PvP. It doesn't actually have elo. Like, I just battled you there, but that was just like a friendly battle. Okay, cool. Oh, is Carlos just standing on the bot? You see the you click battle, you see their drivers like before the battle starts. And then they go into the bot once you click start, and then they come out of the bot when you use the ability. No, game comes out November 7th, so about a week and a couple days. Yeah, based on a mobile game. Okay. A picture next to the driver. That's actually a decent idea. Hardest concept to grasp in my development journey? I don't know. I know when I was first learning declarative UI, declarative programming, I was really confused about that at first. But like, I had a hard time grasping it at first, but now that like, that's all I do, it's amazing. But I definitely remember, like, it was a weird concept to grasp just because it's so different. Hey, Wispy. Yeah, it does start. Oh, not weapon. Be image. Okay, so I put together this little table here, which is the seasonal rewards. And what we're gonna do is first in this PvP menu here, we're gonna add the rewards to this menu when you hover over them. Then we're gonna add the rewards to this menu here. And then I already have all the logic for when the season ends, but we need to actually send the rewards to the players, so. There is Bluster if you look in the StarterGui device safe insets, or just there's a property there for insets. Although you should honestly design your UI in a way that it can float there on the sides, because there are lots of devices that the insets are weird. Yeah, coming out November 7th. Okay, then let's make a function down here called function PvP service utils get seasonal rewards. And then elo and give a CS degree. I have a degree in computer and electrical engineering. And let's just say get rank info. And then I'm gonna return I here also. An army of cyber Carlos. The countdown in the corner until the game releases. Yeah, but that's too much work. Okay. Lazy, true. Okay, so this function will return one of these tables based on your elo. And then we need to then turn that into the beautiful UI it shows down here. So if I go to PvP menu, ladder menu, and let me close others. Their offers are usually pretty terrible, I'll tell you that. I do have a Discord server. It's in the description of this video, or of this live stream, but it's just my studio's Discord server. It's not technically dedicated to just this game. So we need the bottom bar. Okay. Then when we hover over rank frame, rank cover frame. Okay, here we go. What do you mean by terrible offer? Like 100k USD? I mean, what they do is they literally look at the stats and then determine what would be profitable for them to buy the game. So, like, it just will inherently be a bad offer because the game can make more than that. And that's why they're offering you lower than what the game can make. Like, that's kind of the whole thing. Unless, like, you really need, like a development team and they can offer that, and you just want to like need the game immediately. And yeah, I mean 100k I would not accept either. Okay, wait, so we need, what do we need? Elo. Pick up. How many months we worked on it? About 5, I believe. It was way too long for a Roblox game. Don't spend this long in a Roblox game. Are you worried about others copying the game quickly? I mean, to an extent. People tried doing that with Tower Defense RNG. There's a lot of copies and clones of that. But honestly, no. I don't know. I feel like I have a good grasp of what can be copied quickly, and I think just in general, I know the direction that I'm going with, regardless of what I'm showing. And they don't know that. Okay. Is it true that hackers can copy the entire client side of the game? Yes, it is. Yes, RoBuilder made the lobby. Would you consider yourself a top tier dev? Yeah. I mean, this is my full-time job. There are only a couple hundred full-time Roblox developers, so I think that just inherently already makes me a top tier dev. Plus, I mean, I've had games that have been in top. Like Defenders Depot peaked at, it was a top 30 game at the time. In other stats like monetization, like revenue, Tower Defense RNG was like top 100. So you work on it every day. I mean, it's my full-time job, so essentially, yeah. Okay, so we get the rewards. And then from there, we are going to make. Give us a story on how you made it so far. I have a whole devlog series for this game, if that's what you're talking about. The UI made by you? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna do gems. Yeah, I use Figma. Where it all started from your first ever game. Like first ever game or first like popular game? When do you decide to stop working on something to move on to the next project? When I'm not having fun anymore. Okay. I don't use Roblox TypeScript. I have no experience with TypeScript, so it doesn't really make sense for me to try and use it. First ever game that actually made USD. Defenders Depot. Does the clan icon option work already? It should work, yeah. If you type in the user ID or the asset ID. Is VS Code necessary? No. Yeah, I'm in the US. I just moved to California, just outside of LA actually. Hey, AM. Do position. Like, oh, thing like that. Then let's put a label of gem icon, gem current stroke, currency stroke, size, something like that, right in the middle. And let's see what that looks like. Okay. Oh, I didn't do size constraint. Size. Scale type. Oh, not fit. Okay. How do you have AI autocomplete on VS Code? I have Copilot. Do you optimize network traffic like remote events? Or does it not matter? For this game, does not matter at all. I have never seen it go over like 5 kilobits per second network receive. How much tax you pay on your income from Roblox? An absurd amount. Taxes give me so much stress. I hate taxes. Okay, let's move this over just a tad. I should really just make this a... Okay, wait. What are all the rewards that we can have? We can have gems, gift tickets, toolboxes, and then there will be parts as well. Okay, so that's 4 things. 3 things on top, and then the actual parts will have just text similar to this, but should be show the actual like crate as well. Insanely profitable practice. I think you'd go to jail. Add badges reward. Yeah, I actually really do usually like doing badges, but like on Defender's Depot, people really liked grinding the badges. Are you gonna use regional marketing? No. Driver road bridge. Be too OP. I'm gonna give gems, which in return essentially is a driver. Like it, same. No, algorithm does not consider badges. You could say that it promotes your game when very minusculely by people looking at like your friend's profile and seeing some badge, and they click on the badge and it goes to your game. But I think that's a bit of a stretch personally. Last rank, can you add an exclusive title for reaching this rank during the season? So it'll work like Clash Royale, where once you're at that rank for the season, each season reset when you let's say you're at 3,000 trophies, 3,050. You wouldn't actually go below 3,050. You would just stay there, okay? But when you're at the legend rank, anything over 4,000 will turn into legend trophies. And then these legend trophies will do something at some point, but not on release. But they will be there for like cosmetics, or maybe you can convert them to gems, or I don't know. We'll do something with them. The most amount of Robux you've had at once. I don't know, actually. Maybe like 30 million? I almost feel like this needs to be actually bigger. I don't know if maybe wider? But I don't think this can stretch, actually, now that I think about it. Or it won't stretch cleanly. Like I could give it an automatic size X. I have 2 monitors. And then what I could do is say what did I do? Pronounce leaf. You have a car? And if yes, what is it? I have a Tesla Model 3. That's like old news. Like, I haven't heard of anyone doing that in a while. They have a high X-Riolo. Do that, and then we'll say I'll add UI padding here, I think. padding left, padding right. Let's just see what this ends up looking like. It might be bad, but worried it's gonna really stretch it and end up not looking very good, but $200 to like 150. Okay. And then what we can do is a bit smaller. And then we add actually I just want this to be gems, and then something like that. Yeah, that's fine. And then that. I don't know. Something like that. Never mind. Why is that bad? Anchor point. Position. Why is that so bad? Okay, I think it didn't save. Did I not save it? Okay, it just didn't save. Never mind. We're fine. And let's put this at 05. So why is that not centered? What? Is that not centered? What? 10K for 1 KCC was crazy. Why does this not work? I don't really understand that, but okay. Let me just make sure. I think it's some weird automatic size. Yes. Like what? Bro, just work, please. Oops. It's so annoying. Yeah, I really don't get why that doesn't work, but I'm gonna try something, and I don't know if automatic size works like this. No, it doesn't. Okay. It's fine, I guess. We just won't use automatic size because it just refuses to work. And we'll do something like that. Bro, does automatic size just not work? Hello? Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, whatever, dude. Don't care. We'll just leave it like that, and then we'll that, and then Star, what I did is I was doing the editable images. I don't know if you mean like a fully 2D game or not, but I was just doing like literally drawing lines using editable images that lined up with their coordinate, like their vertices. If rewards dot skip tickets and Game is releasing November 7th. Yeah, and then let me do if rewards dot toolboxes, then for type box type mount in words toolboxes toolboxes box type this and picture will be image boxes box type size will actually be much bigger than we think. It's a really small image, and it'll be like that, I think. E is just React create element, just shorthand. Layout order. 3, I think. This is why I wanted it to scale, but it doesn't scale. So annoying. But why doesn't it scale? Oh, you know why? I think it's because everything is that size. If I were to change this to be a UI grid layout, and I made the grid size to be what? 0.4 0.4 times 40. Give me 2 days in a row, yeah. This is UDM 2 now, right? We usually don't use good layouts. Okay, yeah. Grid size. What's it called? Cell size? Cell size, cell padding. Okay. Ooh, okay, star. Yeah, I've been a full-time Roblox Dev for 4 years. Or 5 years. I don't know how long. 4 or 5 years. Okay, and then if we did 0 and we did automatic size X, and then if we did automatic size X 0, please just work, please, 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 please. Bruh, what? Okay, I think I need to use a UI list layout. And then I need to do and then I need to just change the size of everything to be 56. And then it should theoretically work. Size from offset. What? These bottom UI ones? Yeah, these ones I actually did make. Fully in Figma. I actually made these for Tower Defense RNG, but they never got used. They are... so you have to go to my Tower Defense RNG. I guess they're all the way over here. Yeah. Yeah, these were originally going to be in Tower Defense RNG. Over here. I was gonna do this whole like attack thing in Tower Defense RNG. I never got around to it. Dude, this is actually so annoying. Why does that not work? No, Alexi. Well, like, the client version is in replicate storage, but the server version is in server script service. Like, this should work. Hold on. I gotta see what's going on. Gonna make them all visible so they can, like, see what's happening. They really should work. everything but legend. Stretch. Automatic size X. Yup. Did 2 automatic sizes just not work? Like if I just set this to be 292. Oops. And I turn off automatic size. Still doesn't work though. What? Dude, what is happening? Why is automatic size like trash? It like only kind of works. What? Okay, so it's the anchor point. Does automatic size not work if you have an anchor point? Is that what's happening? That's absurd if that's the case. That's literally what it is. What? Stretchy. Yeah, I know. We'll fix that in a sec. So I can't set an anchor point for automatic size to work. Alright, Star. I'll take a look soon. Well, hopefully. I gotta do this first, and then we'll look. So no anchor points, and then inside of here, can I insert object UI padding? Padding left 20, right 20. So that's what we need to do. Dude, that's so stupid. Okay. So this frame can't have an anchor, and then everything should work. Do I need to check down here? Okay, cool. I don't like that these aren't centered now, but I don't know what I can even do about that. I think it's the rewards that's making it too big. Dude, so stupid. Game release date November 7th. And then let me just get rid of background on it and just see what we're dealing with. And then we need padding inside of this. Yeah, I got the new map. We are like kind of in the process of getting it set up, but we're like doing two things at once right now. And then let's also add a crate. Everything. Oh. We'll get the tester's data will be reset. It won't go to live. Add a scrolling frame? No. Okay, and then let's make this not look like trash. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the other one. Oh, it's just where? And then we need to actually set the Slice skill is all messed up. Where do we use this? Where we actually have slice? Here. Oh, that's literally the one I'm in already. Really? Oh, here. And then let's change the slice scale to be, what, way smaller, right? I always forget which way it goes. Okay, not that small. It was as a YouTuber, which I think is fair. I just started doing YouTube. Yeah, Sim. Doesn't have the arrow anymore, but is that fine? I got this little koozie thing for my Red Bulls so that they stay cold. The game changer. Okay, we lost the little arrow, but it doesn't stretch anymore. I could add the arrow back, but I think this is fine. This is actually cold. Yeah, it's actually a noticeable difference. No, I've never actually tried UI Labs. I just, ForceCat works completely fine for me, so I have no reason to switch. It unmounts, Lexi. There are a few cases where things do stay mounted, like the inventory, for example, because the mounting cost is too high. But like 95% of the UI just unmounts. Okay, I'm liking this. And actually, I'm gonna change. Just gonna have that. How do you manage the states to unmount them after the animation ends? Yeah, that is a tricky thing to manage. So in my slide out frames, it basically has to unmount itself. So if I have a whole component slide out frame, and basically things that use this have a to and a from basically, and a shown state. And you'll see that we have, if it's mounted or not, inside of this. And then basically we unmount itself, or we set mounted to false when the animation has completed. Okay, so when the spring is completed, we set mounted to false. And then inside of the component itself, if mounted is not true, we just return nil. Otherwise, we then actually return the frame. But it kind of like mounts itself and unmounts itself. Hey, Gvindy. Yeah, I think most people, like 99% of people, recommend just using UI Labs, but I have had no issues with Horsecat, and I know how to use it, so I don't feel the need to switch. But yeah, I know most people just say use UI Labs. Yeah, Lexi, it definitely takes some getting used to, because it's not just like, you don't just tween things like you would normally do. Very different. Okay, and then we need the description, which I am gonna just put this here. Here, say rich text true. I'll say this is rewards.description. The size I don't know. Position will be something like that. Text alignment, get rid of that. Something like that, I think. Then we need text wrap. Wraps? I think wrapped. You have sudo open too long, it just stopped working. You know, I may have had a similar issue before, to be completely honest. Item submissions are over. The item submission channel nostalgia. Yeah, dude, item submissions are... I love doing that kind of stuff. Makes my job easier, and it's like cool to see community submissions. And I'm sure it's cool for like the players too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna say XY alignment, which would be bottom. I really don't think I understand why these beginning ones get really messed up. It doesn't make sense to me, but oh well. I really can't be bothered to fix it. Oh, that chance of one mythic. Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, Memphis, you saw. Or Memph. Yeah. I'm using slice for that. The service utils. This needs to be yeah, there we go. Did you figure out the issue yesterday? What was the issue yesterday? I remember there being an issue, but I don't remember what it was. But I think we figured it out, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. What font is that? It's Builder Sans, extra bold. What do you mean, Barney? You just play the animation on them. Okay, I think this looks good enough. Now that we actually have rewards, we can onto the frame without viewport. You talking about the summon menu? The summon menu does use viewports. Like, these are viewports. Or do you mean when I actually summon something? When I actually summon something, this is not a viewport. This is actually in the 3D world. But these are viewports here. Or actually, this is one viewport, and all of them are in it. We'll have it work on mobile. If you just put your thumb or put your finger on it, it would show. It's not ideal, but it'll work, yeah. Okay, cool. Next, we need to actually add the rewards to here. Basically, just take this frame, put it right there. Pretty much as I go, yeah. I mean, most of the stuff that I'm doing doesn't need to be even thought about for mobile. So, coding in Visual Studio, different than coding directly in Roblox. I mean, it's the same language, but maybe slightly different. But yeah, I have a video on it. Okay. So let's put this frame right there. And I'm gonna make it really easy on myself, and I'm gonna make I'm just gonna make this a component, and we will reuse the same component. PvP seasonal reward. How are you? I'm doing good. And then we will turn this. Utils, let's grab everything we need. image IDs, text label. Yep, and then board. Here we will just do PvP seasonal reward. That. How long has the game been in development? For about 5 months, which is way too long, but it is coming out November 7th. Okay, cool. And then we can grab this and season rewards. I just do that. And then I am gonna have to add like position. Here. Oh no, tremendous. It sucks. Yeah, React can be really tricky at first. Definitely very tricky. Deep learning curve. Reacts. Oh, React Spring. No, I just made my own Spring Hook using Ripple. Okay. Size. Position. Here. Props up. Position. Or. Oh, then anchor point as well. Go here. Thanks, Okathick. Let's remove the background. Image, transparency. And then let's move it over. Are we not using position? No Fusion. I used to use Fusion. I switched to React. No, I'm not Dev. We got a lot of characters that have to steal. Not including packages. We are up to, oh, we crossed 50K. Let's go. Why? I just wanted to learn React. It was a good transferable skill. Yeah, I definitely thought Fusion was way easier to learn. Like, way easier. Well, Fusion has built-in springs and that kind of thing. Built-in... Yeah, built-in springs, built-in... tween, I believe, too. So that's just inherently easier. With React, there's like so many different dependencies you need to get, which is definitely annoying for a lot of people. Can't tell why this... I mean... Like, I don't mind that. I might just leave it at that. Like, I know it doesn't look amazing, but... This doesn't need to be perfect. And I don't want to spend a ton of time. I really should just increase the size, though. Lots easier said than done, though. Yeah, I mean, React is literally used by Roblox themselves. So I think there's a lot of longevity there. There's, you know, there's a DevTools that was just released, actually, that looks pretty dang sweet. I've been wanting to try it out. Let me show it off. I've not personally used it yet, but it looks... Basically, it profiles your React code for you and will show kind of the hotspots and everything. It was just released a couple days ago with the WebSocket. Trying to find... I'm just like scrolling through the Discord. Yeah, basically this is similar to what it looks like. DevTools. And you kind of get... There's like profile. I've been meaning to mess around with it because it looks incredibly powerful, but... Yolif, when did you hire a road builder? Like 2 weeks ago? Yeah. You just posted a video making the map. Looks awesome. So cool. Very happy with it. Can I just do... Will this work? With I feel like this is gonna mess up the automatic size too. Like everything messes up automatic size. Oh, actually looks like it did work. Okay, cool. Did you pay Rebuilder? Yeah, of course. It was a commission. What rank did I get in Crusher Fire's video? I got B, but I was top of the B and I beat Derp, so like, that's all that matters. How much did I pay Rebuilder? I'm not gonna discuss that. I mean, Alexi, it was based off of like longevity, you know, upload schedule, that kind of thing. Like I'm still so new to the YouTube space. So I think it was an appropriate rating. Uh-oh. Okay, that's good enough for me. Publish for the testers today? I mean, it really depends how much we get done. We will see. Okay, that's good enough for me. It's not beautiful, but it's not bad. Let me... that. And then... get the utils. And let's actually award this stuff. I mean, I think any declarative UI library is just inherently super powerful. It doesn't necessarily need to be React, but just everything that comes with a declarative library just offers so much. React is, I think, just gaining popularity and is the most popular way to do it. And it's literally backed by Roblox themselves, like they use it. So... oops. Here. So when we award season results, rewards here. We don't actually need to send a rewards table to the client. No, it doesn't use replica. It has its own application though. Similar to replica. What do you use to save the player data? I use my data service here. It's available on my GitHub, open source. And I know I teased a video about it a long time ago. Not a long time ago. Oh, a couple weeks ago. I was in the process of making a video on it. I still am. It's just I haven't made any more progress. It's just called data service. It's on my GitHub. You can look at the repository. You know what? I'll show the sneak peek, the video again, because it's been a while. So, is it better than Profile Store? It is Profile Store with I don't know what this is. It is Profile Store, but with more added to it. What? Where did all of the audio go? Bro, you're kidding. Please tell me that was just a bug. What? Oh wait. Okay, it's back. Never mind. Okay. Dude, yeah, I don't hear it though. Signal. Okay, there we go. That was weird. With Lyra or Lyra. Yeah, I have heard of that one as well. The whole goal for data service is to make literally everything as easy as possible. Like everything. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music and I'll just play
Profile
this.
service, data stores, messaging service,
Replica,
remote event,
Signal,
profile store,
session locking.
Why is there not something that does all of this for me? I don't want to watch a 40-minute tutorial on how to set up profile service. So I decided to make data service. It just works.
So everything is incredibly easy with data service.
Service's whole goal is to make everything as easy as possible. It'll automatically save all data, automatically replicate all data to client,
Yes,
and provide
Alexi.
chain signals that you can subscribe to for any value. You can find data service on my GitHub, on Wally, or through the Roblox Creator Store. Links will be in the description. Go ahead and download or paste data service wherever you keep your packages.
Yes, this will
Create a
probably be my
service
next video.
and require data service. You'll notice that there's two different versions of data service for server and client. For ease of access, what I like to do is just add the .server right after the require statement, and then you just access data service like normal. Before we can use data service, we must initialize it. Call the init function and pass in a table.
There's
Inside
a
this
little
table, you can have various
more
options.
to that,
The
but
only option that is mandatory is this template option. This is your player data template. Anything you put here is what the player's data will look like when they first join. Great, that's actually all we need on the server for now. So we can now create a client script here, and it's going to look very similar. We're going to require data service like so, but this time we're going to use the .client version, and simply we're just going to do data service init on the client. And that's it. We've set up data service.
So that's literally all you need.
Very little setup, and you now have loading and saving data and everything that comes with it. You'll notice that it actually says that we're using Profile Store here, which is true. Data service is a wrapper around Profile Store, which removes all the boilerplate and adds additional functionality.
So that already has data saving, data replication.
Data service has basic setter and getter functions. In this example, I'm setting the currency to 50, and then I'm printing the currency, as you can see here, using the get function. To access nested values, just simply create a table of the path, as you can see here with the inventory, apples table. Additionally, there is the update function. Update does exactly what you'd think. It takes the current value and you return the new value.
And I use this on
some operation.
all of my
In
games.
this example, I'm gonna
using on this game, using on Tower Defense RNG.
So when we print this out, it should be 45. The client has access to the same get function, as you can see here. We just grab the currency, but we don't need to pass in the player on the client since that's applied. And we're gonna print out I have, and then however much we have, and you can see here we have the prints that lined up with what they should have been. For this next example, let's make it so that our currency increments by 1 every second. So I'm going to write this while loop here, and we're just going to simply add 1 to the value using the update function. And then on the client, I'm going to use the getChangeSignal function. This function will return a signal that we can then connect a function to. Inside this function, I'm simply going to print out the new value. Let's take this a step further and hook it up to some UI. So I'm going to create this counter text label here and simply just access it in the local script. And just using that same code that I had before, instead of printing something out, I'm just going to set the text to whatever the amount is.
Yeah, so it's super easy because you just like subscribe to some value and then you're able to do whatever you want with that value. So in this example, we're literally just setting the text to that value, and then the server is setting that, so like when your money is changed, it'll change your money, and then you change the text on the server, but then it's also being saved, or you change the text on the client, but then it's also being saved to the server, and we'll like save it when,
as you can see here,
going back.
We now have our UI that's being reactively updated from data service, that's being auto-replicated, that's being auto-saved. How amazing is this?
So like the whole goal is just to make everything super easy. That's literally it. And I use it everywhere. Type on the data store value path. Yeah, but that's also kind of inevitable. I was thinking about that like a bit, and here, let me go to a different one. Like I was thinking about that, a way to get around that. Like you could theoretically, and I was experimenting with this a bit. If you export the type of your data template, if I just said local data equals that, and it would be data template, and then you would have data whatever stats, like whatever is actually in your data template, right? But how would you then, like, if I wanted to add one to summons, this wouldn't be replicated because you don't, it doesn't, you need to use like the setter because you need to have the additional functionality. But yeah, I don't know. I was messing around with that a little bit, but I don't really see. Yeah, exactly. That wouldn't fire the remotes. Yeah. Hey, Meadows. What are you calling player added? That's with this different thing. Totally different thing. Service player data. Roll part for our level events. Level as well. Add the parts there. Just helper function and util modules. Logic. Like for boot service utils, for example. I mean, honestly, it really depends. Boot service has a lot of like, this is where we roll the part, and it, like PvP service, for example, more basic things like here's some data that's stored that's only relevant to PvP service, and here's some functions that, you know, at the time until the season ends, it's useful for both the server and the client. How hard do you think it is to get 5k CCU? Depends how much money you have. You just throw a bunch of money at ads and you get 5k. But sustain 5k? A lot harder. Actually, yeah, of course it's possible to get rich through the other round. Okay, so gems. You have concurrent users, the number of people playing your game at any moment. The verified badge? I don't know. I guess we don't want that. How to use data service to create false player data for testing UI with React. So in my story, I just initialize it with the data template, like the client version, and that's it. Instead of the server initializing it, I just initialize it with the data template. Yes, Emil. I mean, I have Copilot. You can see right now, like, actually. No, Lua. Dot touch doesn't exist because it's my custom physics and it's completely like I never used the Roblox things. Just, it doesn't exist for me. I'm trying like scripting UI. Sometimes it's alright, but other times I just hate it. A React tutorial. I don't know if I'm the right person for that. I feel like I'd mess something up. But also, if I don't do it, I don't think anyone else would, so who knows? Either debug or script UI? Tough question. I don't know. Depends on what I'm debugging. But sometimes I'm just not in the mood for UI at all. Yes, my full-time job. Okay, time to sit. I bet. Alright. Why did you do that? I guess we. Recent experience. How much does a 1K CCU game make per month? Completely dependent on how good the monetization is. You can easily live off of 1K CCU, or you can have a 1K CCU game that makes next to nothing. So it is a massive range. I'm missing some tickets, gems, toolboxes. Okay, never mind. Yeah. I don't think so tremendous. React is the old version. You shouldn't use React anymore. React Lua is what you should use now. Yeah, Lexi. I mean, it totally depends. If you have a 1K CCU game that has 6 to 10 ARPDAU, like, you're making a lot of money. If you have 1K CCU game with 0.1, like you said, you're not going to be getting anything. Or, I mean, you'll be getting something, but it's barely anything. I mean, I think it's similar to YouTube, where you can't really be like, I'm gonna be a Roblox developer. You kind of just like make stuff for fun, and if it works out, then amazing. And then you can make a career out of it. Okay, the season ends in 5 minutes. We gotta code this before the season ends. I think that's actually all we need for now. I mean, I think you should just invest time in stuff that you enjoy doing. You definitely won't be tremendous. But this should actually do everything I need. It's that. Do you use general tree for all your projects or depends on the game? I mean, I made it for this game, so, but I would use it for future projects, yeah. But yeah, I literally made it for this game. I was fed up. Things not being where they should be. Good code is super satisfying. Good. I do. Here. So, seasonal rewards. And we don't care about the actual season number. I think we just need to say what elo you were. Reward info. Can we do something else too? Like, if we are above past it. Thanks, Chris. Something like that. And then maybe in the future, let's see, but like way down the line, I don't know. A Halloween live stream? No. I got plans. Rewards. Get this. You want this to be a menu or like a full-on screen? Probably a full-on screen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Something like that. No, I don't use Redux. I actually used to use Redux, but I switched to Charm. I like Charm way better. I actually really disliked Redux. Where do you get all the packages from for your data server? So right now it's really just on Wally, because I know it's missing like Signal Professor, all of that. I could, if you are trying to get it, I could publish it in my profile right now, even though it's not technically not official, but I can just do it. Oh, dude, how does this work? I actually have no idea how to do this. Oh. Free? Save change. Okay, let me know if that worked. I'll send the link. I haven't uploaded anything to Roblox in a decade. That should have all of the packages you need just included. I use a spring animation library called Ripple. Essentially Zag, yeah. Where you store all of your states. Or it's where you create states. Oh, I'm still zoomed in. I guess I've been coding this whole time, so it didn't really matter. I code carry. Cadre. A green button in here. Lane. Thing like that. Model works. Hype. Nice. Why does that not work? They qualified. Complete claim. Yep. Just finished watching a Builder video on the map. Yeah, it's a great video. He killed it. So let's do the icon. So is image service utils, get rank image from elo. Lexi, that's what my Genroho tree does. That's the whole point of that tool, is it auto maps them. Game pass that lets people access all the items in the game, playground and playground, but they can't gain anything from it. It'd be interesting. Do you think people would like actually want that though? That's something I've never even considered. So I don't know. I do see the idea though. That could be cool. Let's. Oh, text color. No, Roblox type script. Never used it. I agree, it is really dark. I don't know why. Bit better actually. Yeah, I use horse cap. You rabbit. Okay, let's bring that up a bit. Yes, data services on Volley. On my channel and our builders video 10 minutes ago. Nice. It's data service. It's what I use for all of my data handling. It essentially profile store, but better and easier. Auto replicates, auto saves, provides change signals to everything, to like any value that you want. I think we should actually maybe make this slightly bigger. This slightly bigger. Then we'll put the rewards down here. Sure, JJ. What's the name? And what do the stats say? Give me that sword. I don't see it. Yes, and it is. Although I haven't heard of people doing that for data in a long time. For data specifically. But there are, like, people use external servers, various other things. On your profile? Well, what's your profile's name? You can't send links, so just than your profile name. Or the game's ID or whatever. Maybe qualified. I'm gonna check this out and then I'll decide. Good icon. Yeah, good icon. Okay. Bad like rating though. That definitely paints a picture already. Good description. Yeah. Qualified playthrough is probably decent. Or at least CTR is decent. Okay. You start them in the Game Pass shop or in the shop. Not ideal. I'm not gonna look at chat while I play this. I want to get the actual first time user experience. I don't want to know anything. Oh, I'm sure you just fight people and there's other users here. Okay, my first instinct is I have this sword, but there's no one to actually do anything with, which is gonna happen. You can't expect there to be people in the server at all time. So I would either add essentially bots or more monsters. It's not obvious what this guy does. I assume if I kill him I'll get some reward, but there's only one NPC. I don't feel like I actually need to do anything right now except sit in a circle. Like presumably I can just sit here and do nothing. Swords break after 5 kills. Okay. Yeah, like there's no reason right now for me to be doing anything except sitting in a circle. If I had to kill other people, which maybe you do with rebirthing, I'm not sure. I also don't know how to. Oh. No, so it's just time. I also think having time be the currency is a bit weird when it's a game all about swords. Like, I want to use the sword that I just unlocked, you know what I mean? And I get that you can use it on other players, but I don't think you should assume that there will be other players. The game should be playable, regardless. I also have no idea how much time I have. Oh, it's up here. Okay, mobile, can't see that. Oh, I guess it's above my name too. Probably would want that somewhere on the UI. These are all, I'm just giving you all my first impressions. Arm sword, epic. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's just lack of actually having to do anything. I want to, like, be able to kill more things, use the swords. I also don't know what this guy does. Maybe he'll get rewards? I don't know what this guy does. I'm losing time. Pick up in. Yeah, I mean, think. I figured out how to skip the create animation. That's I hope that was somewhat helpful. For $100 million, yeah. That's your game? What, Quovan? Oh, hey Sophies, I didn't see you. A game that actually worked on it. Okay. Not picked up the next day. How do you stop the cycle? I don't know. I would say start small. Get a very stupid simple game loop, like Girl Garden or Slip Brain Rot. Their game loop is so dumb simple. And then just release something. You'll get a lot of motivation once something is released. Like, you get a massive motivation boost. I'm probably not the best person to ask about this because I feel like that's my whole life is Roblox development, so. But like, I almost never even released Defenders Depot 1. I worked on it, same thing happened, got bored, ended up not touching it for like 2 years. And then I came back when I was in college during COVID, I think. Yeah, during COVID. And it was like, oh yeah, I remember this. And then I ended up finishing it, releasing it, and the rest is history. So like, I definitely have had that before. I think it's a little bit different now because it's my job. I'm, motivated. I have big community, relative. I, make a good living, whatever. But I think just start small. Get your game in hands of people. Seeing people play your game, enjoy your game, can give lots of motivation. Qualified, what's your game? I don't think I saw a link. Yeah, I'm down to try it out. Also, I don't think you can send links. YouTube is weird. Just send the game ID, and I can find it that way. Alright. Hidden golds. Always gotta do a thumbnail check. Pick a cup. Where is the gold? Where is the gold? Good thumbnails overall, I would say. I'm probably not the best one to judge on thumbnails because never, but good thumbnails. Decent description. Nothing like out of the ordinary bad. Okay, super simple. Love it. Oh, I think I do. Okay. Cups. Oh, don't look at my screen. Don't look at my screen. No screen peeking. No screen peeking. You want to spot the player's gold or swap your gold? Spot. Never swap. Never swap your gold. Never swap. It's mathematically worse to do that. Never swap. Hey! Out of here. Veritasium? I love Veritasium. Oh! Yeah, I mean, super simple. Not much to say. I personally, you know, I don't think these games are aimed at like for someone like me. I would never enjoy playing games like these, but I know that they're popular and that people do play them, so I don't really have any notes there. Yeah. So no real notes. I don't have I don't really get those games, but I know that they're popular, so don't have much to say. Okay, sure, Aqua, you're next. Give me 1 sec though. You guys first try, nice. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine the monetization on those kind of games could be even remotely good. But I don't know. They are popular though, so. Real XC. What was it called? Blanking. It's November 7th is what we decided. Yeah, we have a group of like 10 testers, I think. I think the game can do well. I don't see why not. Yeah, I mean, I don't personally see why not. It seems like similar to the other games that do the same thing. But again, it's kind of hard for me to give solid feedback on that kind of game because, like, I mean, there really isn't much to it, but they are popular. So, yeah, nothing about it screams to me that it would flop. But, yeah. I mean, like, the only thing that I'm always, like, wary of is what if there's only one player in the server? Because it, you know, the hardest thing is going from 0 to, like, X amount, you know? But again, do those other games that do the same thing have any prevention for that? I have no idea. What am I doing? PvP season rewards. Edition. True, yeah. Yeah, true. It really is just that initial hump, I would say. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't see any reason why it would be, like, nothing glaringly obvious. Me, but, yeah. That's pretty complicated, XU. How should I do this? Can I just take... If I ever felt burnt out from developing, of course. And you can literally tell by just going to my GitHub whenever I'm burnt out. I can tell you the exact dates. Right here. Right here. Right here. Yeah. That was a very dark period. Yeah. That was a tiring period. Dude, I don't know what to do. Um, I have no idea qualified. Too many. Anthony. Per paying user, they pay 400 Robux. I mean, that's not that absurd. You have a lower conversion, right? Here's Chart Defense RNG stats right now. Yeah, lower conversion typically means higher average revenue per paying user. Stats are beautiful. They used to be a lot better when I was actively updating it. I haven't updated that game in like 6 months. Honestly, longer even. Yes, Benit. YouTube changed it. It's weird. Pick up. Will that be published? No. Going on right now. This. Oh, kind of blocked. Season rewards. Hey, Lexi. Nelco. Nico. I gotta feed my cats. Be right back. What else do we need? We need PvP rewards frame. Elo's Elo. Dedicated camera for his cat. Yeah, I did go. Good video. Coding POV. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guessed. Thought that was funny. Did like this? No. Thing like that. And then let's just say our elo's way higher. Where this is actually coming from. Oh, it's coming from root story. It's 5,000. Yeah, everything fits. Nice. think that looks good. Okay, so now theoretically, when I go ahead and click play, everything should work. Odds are very slim. Ooh, okay, it overlaps. Although I did get the season rewards. This is for how reload. Yeah. Okay. And if I claim, does it open up the crate? It does. Wait, everything worked. No way. Oh, also, this is a small thing that I changed. But you move faster on the road. Like when you're going in between things, you're faster on the road. Like a really subtle thing, but yeah. At double jump, I know. So I think in the future, yes, because I do want to do like some kind of cosmetic. I know that the mobile game has like stickers, which I think is really cool, and I think we could figure out something like that. Some kind of cosmetic. Thanks, Benit. No, they just gave it to me. I've had it for a long time though, but I know they are horrible with rewards. No, I don't use it anymore. I was in the first wave for the blue check mark, not for the crowns. Crowns came out before the verified came out. And I wasn't developing much when the crowns came out. Yeah, I did see that. God, that's funny. Matter should be verified. I don't really accept friends. I'm sorry. Okay, I think I am probably gonna call it there for today's stream. However, Derp is streaming, so I can be the one raiding him. Except I don't know how to raid on YouTube, so I'm just gonna like send the link and everyone needs to go there, okay? Everyone just promise me that they'll do that. Do we want... He's a big Twitch guy. We'll Wait, is he ending his stream?
Along with this, but after we finish this, we're getting very close to the game. I'll probably
Wait, is he about to end his stream? I'm actually... Okay, everyone just go to his stream. I don't care. Everyone go to his stream. I'm just gonna send the link. Because I don't know how to do it. And I don't care. Everyone just go there. Okay, bye. Bye. Goodbye.